Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of this Redmi Note 4. And guys, I don't have any box or anything like that. This is a review on it, but I got early access to this, and at that time, Xiaomi didn't even have the boxes. So just the phone itself that I have. And to give you an idea, I also have the Redmi Note 3, which was launched last year. And as you can see, both of them are going to have the 5.5-inch screen, but this one feels a lot more sleeker to hold because the back, if you look, it's curved on the back. This one also had a curve, but this one has even more curve. In fact, I would say in terms of in-hand feel, it feels similar to this Mi Max build quality. So the build quality has certainly improved on this one, as you can see, and this one is powered by the Snapdragon 625 chipset. That's the main difference, I would say. And again, the fingerprint scanner and all those stuff are still there. We also have the IR blaster. Let me give you a physical overview first. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, IR blaster, secondary noise cancellation microphone. Again, I have to tell, as I told you, the build quality has improved. Volume rocker, power on off button, they don't have any wobble. On the bottom, one is just speaker, one is microphone. It's still just a single speaker, and the speaker output is not very loud. Again, I had that same complaint with the Redmi Note 3, and this one also, the speaker volume is just similar, not very loud. This is the SIM slot, again, dual SIM hybrid, so you can put 2 nano SIMs or 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card. Moving to the rear-facing camera, they have a 13 megapixel rear-facing camera, and Xiaomi said that for the Indian counterpart, this is the Indian variant, they have put a new sensor on this one. And the front-facing camera is a 5 megapixel shooter, dual-tone LED flash, and the fingerprint scanner. And on the bottom, Mi branding. Again, if you look at it from the back, similar, and according to Xiaomi, the camera performance has improved on this new Redmi Note 4. That was one of the main things that they concentrated. So let me just power this on. Fingerprint scanner, as I've told you, is there. And again, I'm using Google Now Launcher, the familiar MIUI, but it works perfectly fine with this Google Now Launcher, as you can see. And regarding the variants, this is very different. Now, Xiaomi is going to sell 3 different variants of this Redmi Note 4 in India. The first base variant will have 2 gigabytes of RAM and come with 32 GB of internal storage. There is also one more model that comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM. That will also have 32 GB of internal storage. And there is also one more model that comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and that will have 64 GB storage. And the one that we have is the 4 gigabyte RAM model, and this comes with 64 GB of internal storage. And out of the box, I would say out of that 64 gigabytes, you get 53.65 gigabytes of space available to you. So that is what you get. So now we have 3 different models. And another thing that I've noticed is that the front glass is now 2.5D. It actually curves. So it's easier to hold. That was not the case with the original Redmi Note 3 here. It had that resistance. But on this one, it's a 2.5D glass. So it easily glides like this. And moving to the battery, this one is having a 4100 milliamp hour battery, and the combination of 4100 milliamp hour battery and the Snapdragon 625 is sort of insane. Even the regular Redmi Note 3 used to get very good battery life, but this one improves it further. And let me actually show you some screenshots. I've been using this one for the last couple of days, using it with my primary SIM, that is Airtel. This is with single SIM usage, guys, and mostly on Wi-Fi. But let me actually show you some of the stats. And as you can see from this one, it's off the charger for 3 days and 3 hours. So it's 3 days, guys. This was single charge, and at the time I took the screenshot, it was at 14%. And moving to the screen on time, that is 7 hours 10 minutes. You might say 7 hours 10 minutes is not that much, but guys, this is after 3 days of usage. So with the normal single day usage, you can easily get about 10 to 12 hours of screen on time on this one. So the battery life is amazing on this device. So you don't have to worry about battery life. But again, regarding charging, there is one annoying thing that I have noticed. I'll talk about that later. And apart from that, other standard stuff is there. It's having a 5.5-inch IPS grade screen. As you can see, the viewing angles are good, and it does support USB OTG. Still, we are getting the micro USB port, not the USB Type-C port. So that's what we are getting. And moving to other things, it's similar to the Redmi Note 3. Still, we have the IR blaster and stuff. But now let's look at the camera performance. And Xiaomi said that they have really improved the camera on this one. So let's just bring in some objects nearby. And we have the tap to focus functionality, and you can take the snaps very quickly. I like the fact that on this Redmi Note 4, when you use the tap to focus, it does not overexpose. With the Redmi Note 3, I always had that problem. So here are some of the sample shots that I took with the Redmi Note 4 so that you can have a better idea. And I also took some sample shots with the Redmi Note 3, and here are the sample shots side by side so that you can have a very rough idea. So looks like the camera is an improvement over the Redmi Note 3. If you guys really want a camera comparison between these two devices, the Redmi Note 3 and the Redmi Note 4, do let me know in the YouTube comments. I can try to post a dedicated video. But from initial snaps that I took, looks like the Redmi Note 4 certainly has a better camera. But I doubt it can compete with the likes of the Moto G4 Plus, because this one does not have a laser autofocusing system. And with very close objects, I noticed that it was having difficulty in focusing. But nevertheless, the camera looks to be better than the Redmi Note 3. I also wanted to test if this supports Qualcomm quick charging, because the Snapdragon 625 chipset has quick charging, but has Xiaomi enabled that or not? And because I didn't have the default charger, as you know, I just got this device itself. I tested this with a couple of quick chargers that I have. For example, this is the Xiaomi's quick charger that came with the Mi 5 quick charging 3 it supports. And this is the Samsung's own quick charger, as you can see, fast charger. And I also have this where we can have a reading. For example, let's plug in this one right now, and if you plug in, we are getting some very interesting results. I just plugged in this device and it'll start charging. As you can see, it'll take some time and stabilize. It's pulling about 9 watts of power. That means it's not drawing a lot of power, as you can see. But if we go over here and read the readings, let me just zoom in to give you an idea. As you can see, it's just pulling at 5.2 volts, not at 9 volts. This charger supports 9 volts also, and it's just pulling at 1.4 amps. So definitely it's not a fast charging, because it's just pulling at 5 volts. If it was fast charging, it should have pulled at 9 or 12 volts. So saddened to see that it's not supporting quick charging. And to further test this theory, I also have the Xiaomi Mi Max, which is again a Xiaomi's own product. And notice what happens when I put that one to charge, and I'm going to charge this one. This does support fast charging, and when I charge this one, as you can see, it's going to pull the power. I think it's going to stabilize after some time. It's not going to pull a lot of power because it's already at 95%. But if you look at the voltage at which it's pulling, as you can see, it's pulling at 8.9 volts. That's almost 9 volts. So definitely the Mi Max is supporting fast charging, and it's pulling at 9 volts. Whereas this Redmi Note 4 sadly is just pulling at 5 volts. So that implies that it does not support fast charging. So I'm saddened to see that Xiaomi didn't implement fast charging on this device. And before we end, let's also check the fingerprint scanner. As I told you, it works well. The moment you tap in, as you can see, let me just tap in, it unlocks. So the fingerprint scanner is good on this one. So guys, that's a very quick look at this Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Regarding the availability and the pricing, I'll have details in the YouTube show notes, so do check them out. And guys, that's it for now for this very quick overview of this Redmi Note 4. If you have any other specific questions regarding this Redmi Note 4, do let me know in the YouTube comment section below, and I'll try to include them in my full review. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.